alone. Leave me alone. I'm done. I'm done. Hi everyone, welcome to Movie Review. And today we are going to be reviewing a very interesting movie, the latest release of the Mount Zion Film Productions. But before we go into speaking about the movie, we would be introducing ourselves. Today, I have with me ladies, wonderful ladies, wearing almost the same color. In fact, I'm tempted to say that they blew me away. But we're just going to continue. So please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Glorie Tee.
And
Hi, I'm Oluwatosin.
so today we're going to be speaking about Back to Eden. Yeah. So let's start from general overview. You've seen the movie. What do you think?
For me?
Yes, you.
Okay, it's really amazing, really. It was surprising because it's a movie that goes out of the normal, linear streets. There's this mysterious air around it, and I like the fact that they eventually explained all that mystery. It wasn't just to make us to feel the suspense. We actually saw the reason behind all of those things. So I was blessed, and I was engaged.
Blessed and engaged. Those are the words of Glorie Tee. So, Tosin.
Okay. Back to Eden is a wonderful movie, and I loved how marriages were analyzed, how that we saw marriage from different perspectives, and then we're able to see from God's perspective. Yes.
Yeah, so we're able to see from God's perspective. So, what lessons stood out for you? Let's start with you again.
I would say that the fact that you don't realize you are blind until you can see. Like, she didn't know that she was in a bondage until she was set free.
Who are we talking about?
The main character.
Oh, okay,
Yes, Moji. Yes, she didn't know that there was a problem. She didn't know. In fact, remember when the person was talking to her about her own issue, she was confused. Like, what are you talking about? When the lady in the first scene was talking to her. So she didn't know until she was set free. Even though the mother knew, she wasn't aware that she was a chess piece in the whole game, and she was totally unaware. So you can be blind until you can see and you realize that, wait, I was blind the whole time. So yes, that was what I learned. And if God does not open your eyes, you might never see.
If God does not open your eyes, you might never see. I think for me, one of the lessons that stood out for me was comparison. Debbie was trying to achieve what she thought Moji was living. She did not know that some reward come at a cost. Sometimes those costs are not really as nice or good looking as they seem to be. So I think it's a very important lesson for people like Debbie. They just want to be everything somebody else is without knowing the shege that is going behind the screen. Yeah.
Okay, for me, I would say that one of the lessons I picked was that it takes more than butterflies to run an actual marriage.
Because so that it takes elephants or cockroach.
No.
Or leopard. Okay.
What I mean is that it takes more than like the I love you feeling to like run an actual marriage. It will take grit, it will take commitment, it will take character, things like that. Because over time, from the beginning, we saw when like the lady, Debbie, was telling our young fiancé at the time, husband to be, I'm so in love, let's get.
We need to get married this year.
When Baba, the wise man, was asking her, she was like, oh, we were so in love at that time.
We were deeply in love with each other then.
It takes more than how you feel. One of my friends says that if you let feelings run things, you let feelings ruin them. So it takes more than feelings.
Yeah, it really does take more than feelings. Commitment is very key in anything that we commit ourselves to do. So now we are going to talk about your favorite character. And because I've been starting from here, I'm going to start from here this time around.
Okay. I would say that my favorite character is Moji.
Okay. Why?
All right. So I don't know if you noticed, but like Muji, like she's not really like a problem person. Even like when she's arguing,
Very soft
when
life.
she's arguing, she's like, "Is it this phone you are talking about? Is that what I am?" I'm like, "Bro, are we fighting here?" Or,
Yeah.
So I feel like she's inside of her.
She no
right?
gets problem.
Like.
It's just life.
Yes, it's just the things that came around, and like that will make me to point to the fact that like God, there's good in everybody.
Okay.
Like, you mess it up.
Yeah. So.
I would say Debbie's husband.
The man with the awesome tie.
My goodness.
I think guys from Thailand.
Oh.
I would say him because he has this. It takes a lot to be with a woman like Debbie. Like she was always, and he has intelligent replies for her because she has this loose way of talking that can be so annoying. And when he claps back, she's angry. But it's the reply of what you just said, which is one. Then two, the fact that he actually insisted on following her to the company dinner. Like he just wants to be a part of her life. And he's looking like an embarrassment, but he doesn't even care. He just wants to follow her there and be and was still standing there trying to, talk to her, call her.
So how was the journey here?
Oh, not bad.
I don't know. He has an innocent heart. Like he just doesn't know what he's doing wrong, and he just needs someone. And I like and love the fact that he admitted his mistakes in the end, and it wasn't just a one-sided. She's the one with the problem, and he was still waiting for her, to come back to him. Like he did I won't say he did a good job because we're talking about the character, but he was very relatable for me. I was able to relate to him because, I mean, not every guy. All this behavior, the way she has started displaying from 1 to, you'd have already changed it for her, but it was just. Normally him to talk to them. He was even transferring aggression to the children, meaning her actions were touching him, and he just wanted her back in his life. Blah blah. So yeah, his character was. His sins were not much, but I was waiting for his sins. Like he's just the regular Nigerian husband, so to speak. Yeah.
Wow.
Christian husband.
Wow. I don't think that makes it any better.
No, you don't understand. Like we like to paint husbands in a certain way in movies, like. Husband, and if he is bad, he's all bad. If he's good, he's all good. But this one, we can see that obviously he has flaws that he can't. He just help. He doesn't even know. They just need to tell him that, guy, this thing you're doing. He's talking about vision and purpose, and his life, his wife and family, they're suffering and average life, but he doesn't know. He just needs direction. That this is what you should do. Do it right. And he wasn't even cheating or doing anything bad.
All right. So I think my favorite character would be Madame Duro.
The villain.
Yeah, the villain. I think the main reason why it's my major favorite character is because the person that played the character, it was...
You said it's the character.
It's the character. No, I'm saying that the reason why there's a bias is that it was weird seeing mommy playing a negative role.
You just cheated us.
No, I'm just saying.
If it was about that one, we would have picked different people. But you said character. Finish.
Character, yeah. So, Madame Duro, I like the fact that the character was confused. No, you want something good for your child, but yet you know that is wrong. You also want to escape, but you know that if you escape, you and the child are in problem. So now you're trying to ensure that the child stays, but you actually want her to go. That kind of troubled life and the like. So yeah, I think that was my favorite character. And I like the fact that when it was changing for the... No, I don't like the fact that it was changing. I like the part where she was changing it for what's the name of this girl? Debbie. That she twisted.
Oh yeah, which is normal. It is the right thing to happen. I was expecting that thing, and I was happy.
It was like a sheep led to the slaughter.
She
were pushing Debbie. Debbie was until just pew. Now
I already knew everything would go downhill. When the girl started saying, "Don't tell Madame Duro I see this one. You will soon cast. Don't tell Madame Duro about her own daughter." Really?
That's
I like the way the woman. I love that scene. The way Madame Duro gave her a size at that moment that you are a bad friend.
What kind of a friend are you?
So let's go to your favorite scene. Yes, scene.
Yeah, come back to me, please.
Okay, your favorite scene.
Yes, my dear. Thank you.
All right. Now I'm trying to think. My favorite scene. Okay. I would say that my favorite my favorite scene would be the point where Moji, like the point where she was broken before God, and like she was thinking about the fight she had had with her husband in previous times, and at that moment she had come to the end of herself, and she had to like tear the divorce papers and
So we are back to you.
I would say, it's because I don't trust the next thing you say. So I would say it's in two directions. The first one is the technical aspects, which was the part where we knew it was an imagination, but it was good to see what she would have done. Where Moji was having an argument with her husband, and she just out of the blue put his head, which was so satisfying to watch because his mouth was running and it was so satisfying. So even if it was her mind,
You are. What gives you the right to speak to me like that?
Little punishment.
So yes, I loved that part because that just shut him off instantly and he just kept quiet. So I like that. But in the spiritual aspect, I would say the Madame Duro where she was broken, like I didn't see that coming. When she realized that okay, she needs help to get out of this mess, she needs deliverance, and where she knew she was in a fix. I like the part where she actually got that deliverance, actually got set free, and the processes where she goes and the total final deliverance, especially where she was confronting the sin. Let me pick the scene where she was confronting that leader, and then suddenly. It was the leader that was in chains.
What? Leave me.
And I have taken one of my favorite scenes. What am I going to say? Of course, we have to mention the scene where the teacher was lashing out at the children. Was lashing out at the children. Transfer of aggression.
Raise up your hand very well. Are you deaf? Raise up your hand.
So now let's move to a more tricky part. The things that were not up to par in this movie. The things that could have been done better. The things that this could have been adjusted. We starting.
Okay. You can start for a change.
Oh, well, for a change, yeah, I can start. But will I start? Yes, I will start.
Thank
So,
God.
one of the things that I think was evident was for some scenes, the continuity had issues.
Okay.
Especially when Madame Duro and what's the name of her daughter again, Moji, they were talking. You could see that some scenes, Madame Duro had maybe she was seated somehow. By the time they go to another shot, it was a little bit different, but you could see the obvious differences
Okay.
in those shots. That's continuity side. Yeah, for me. And I think the other side that I feel like could have been worked upon was, I don't know if it could have worked upon anyways, was we are not sure of what happened between Moji's husband and
That person
and the
over
girl
the phone,
in
yeah.
no that phone, that one we are sure that it was breakfast, solid breakfast, worthy of emulation. But I'm talking about the office lady
Okay.
that was that Debbie saw through the louvers.
Okay.
And then when she came for the dinner, they were not rapporting very well. They're supposed to be enemies.
Was it after? It was after.
Yeah, it was after.
Okay.
She saw the lady and the guy. The guy even made some funny comments.
No.
She's just crazy people moving everywhere. It's just them.
Then they now came for the dinner.
Oh,
and then they were
and
not
they were
gisting
talking.
together. And
So, did you have something there?
when did you people become friends like this?
after all the,
But of course, I think it's also consistent with Debbie's character that she's a scammer. She is a pretender.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yes, for me, I would not mention any.
Amazing.
Ah, okay.
That is super amazing. I would say the person who was speaking to, I can't remember her name, who was speaking to Moji, the one who was the first victim.
Yeah.
I did not really, there was no follow-up, so we don't really understand. She left, like, is it that she had Jesus, so she escaped the consequences, or we didn't hear that she passed or died. So we don't really know the gravity of what everybody is experiencing. Though, of course, I like the consistency of she drinking the water, Moji.
Yeah,
and
that was really good.
That was very good consistency. But the fact that we don't even know what ended up our own
I think
life.
she died.
Was mentioned.
Not mentioned, like there was a scene where she was going to call somebody when she wanted to call, like, so I think there was that part.
After that was when she went to meet Moji now.
No, that was when Moji was saying that I'm trying to get across, and I said, oh, you've not heard what happened to her.
So what did they say happened to her?
I can't remember.
They said she's acting
like she's mad or something.
Crazy. Okay, so is that the consequence?
I think that's the consequence. So maybe it could have been more emphasized. That's what you're saying.
So that we know that it's something. Then the company, especially the part where, are they all under a spell? Especially where I thought it was a thing of like spiritual thing. I didn't know it was physical. Because when Moji was also moving, they were all looking at her in some kind of way, and they were treating her in a certain way. So is it that they were all spiritually blindfolded, such that when one person is set free, everybody is angry and seeing the person as a... So even if that was... Because why would you look at your superior and be saying, move out of the way?
Maybe it's the spiritual side of it, that it's just to show that the reason why you are here is to ensure that your family does not work. And if it starts working, everybody defaultly or by reason of manipulation turns their back against the person. But focus can also just be for creative license.
Okay, all right. That's just my part. The follow-up and the aspect.
All right. So, as we wrap up, are we?
Yes.
I'll try English while as we wrap up, I want us to talk about something that is crucial. So there's this comment I saw, and I've seen it in several of the movies that have to do with family. And it's like a lot of people do not like Christian movies that talk about the family, especially when we look at the angle from which that the woman really is always told to intercede for the home. So I think I want us to talk about that for a few minutes.
Okay.
Yes, let me leave it. Take it to whatever direction you want to take the conversation.
I haven't seen things in that light before. So I'll just say that the only thing I would say is I've seen people say it, not in movies. This time I've seen them say it when there are marriage programs or seminars. You keep hearing things like, we are hearing the same old. It's the same old woman doing this, woman doing that. But that woman is asked to do this, woman is asked to do that. What I would say is somebody should do it and somebody should start. If you are always pointing the finger at another person to start, then does that not say something about you? If you have been, for example, now, we need to open this door and you were given the key. Now, if you keep asking, oh, why was I given the key? Why wasn't he given the key? Just open the door. That's the most important thing right now. The fact that somebody has the key. That's the most important thing. Not that, it should have... Probably that's why the door is not even opened many times. Because we are still busy wondering, why did they give me? Just think about it. Spending the whole time thinking, so why am I the one giving the key? Why wasn't he giving the key? He should have just been giving the key. The whole time you are doing that, you could have as well just opened the door. And many times people say things like, we've heard the same old things. The divorce rate keeps rising and we are hearing the same old thing. So I feel somebody has to start. And if it's you, I don't see if it's the woman, let me say that, I don't see why it shouldn't be done. Why should there be emphasis? If it's you, well then start. He came to join her eventually, didn't you? So whereas in Debbie's case, she was the one with the issue now. And the man was still willing to take her back, one, and two, work on himself. So if you look at it critically, it's really not one-sided. It's actually on both sides, in my opinion.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so while I believe very much that you have like brought justice to that particular this thing, I would just add that it's like, how do I put it? Whilst it is like everybody that is everybody's quota is needed, like
Yes.
everybody's quota is required.
Yes.
So it's true that there are a lot of conferences that are saying, oh, women go and take the front of the home and do this and do that. I believe that there are also a few for men too. And like the thing is, if we look back in scripture, the responsibility of marriage is not on one person, falls on two people. And as you said, just in case, I mean, if one is not yet married, then this is a plus. It's an advantage, so that at least you pick someone that you are all on the same page, right? Okay. But then if you are already in it, as you said, it's not bad for if it is you who like decides to start, because eventually the benefits, the peace, the blessings, right, is going to be for both of you and for your home.
True.
The blessings are going to be for you and your home. And so for your home to be right, it means every individual in the home is right. And this is where we are going to call it a day on movie review. Remember to enjoy the perfect wedding. No. Remember to enjoy the perfect marriage. If there's anything like perfection, remember that it has to be in Eden, the place where God is. And so for every home to be right, it means the individuals in the marriage are right. And the best way to be right is to be with God in Garden of Eden. In Eden, I like that, in Eden. Also don't join Garden of Eden. And the best place to be is with God in Eden. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And like, share, subscribe. Take care of yourself, and bye-bye.
Bye.